The Vicrosian Empire had ruled the galaxy for 12,000 years. They had conquered 400 species, absorbed countless civilizations, and never once encountered resistance they couldn't crush within a solar cycle. When humanity refused to surrender their outer colonies, the Empire decided to send a message. Ambassador Thelkar stood before the galactic transmission array, his 4 eyes gleaming with satisfaction. Behind him, 3 human women knelt in containment fields, their hands bound. They were not soldiers. They were not politicians. They were the wives of Earth's 3 highest-ranking military commanders, General Martinez, Admiral Novak, and Fleet Marshal Jackson. Humans, Thelkar's voice boomed across every inhabited world in the galaxy. Your stubbornness ends now. Witness the price of defiance. The execution was broadcast live. 3 plasma bolts. 3 lives extinguished. The Vicrosians expected immediate surrender. What they got instead was silence. For 72 hours, humanity said nothing. No transmissions. No negotiations. No threats. Earth's military channels went dark. The colonies ceased all communications. The galaxy watched and waited. Then the humans emerged from that silence like a nightmare given form. The first strike hit the Vicrosian fortress world of Kelmaros. No warning. No declaration. Human warships materialized from quantum slipspace directly inside the planet's defensive perimeter, a maneuver every species had deemed impossible due to the gravitational calculations required. 16 Vicrosian battle cruisers were reduced to molecular debris before they could raise shields. General Martinez led the ground assault personally. His forces didn't just fight, they hunted. Every Vicrosian officer, every propaganda minister, every soldier who had been present at that broadcast, they were found. In the smoldering ruins of Kelmaros Command, Martinez left a single message burned into the metal. For Elena, Admiral Novak commanded the siege of the Empire's shipyards at Praxis Belt. Vicrosian military doctrine relied on overwhelming firepower and numerical superiority. Novak introduced them to human asymmetric warfare. His fleet of smaller, faster vessels swarmed the massive Vicrosian dreadnoughts like piranhas, targeting power conduits, engine cores, and life support systems. When the shipyards fell, he broadcast his own message on every Imperial frequency. For Rebecca, and this is just the beginning. Fleet Marshal Jackson took the fight to the Empire's core systems. What made humanity terrifying wasn't their technology. Dozens of species had equivalent weapons. It was their psychology. While other species fought for territory or resources, humans fought for something the Vicrosians couldn't comprehend. Vengeance laced with righteous fury. Jackson's strategy was methodical elimination. He didn't target military installations alone. He struck at the Empire's propaganda networks, their surveillance satellites, their communication relays. Every system that had broadcast that execution was systematically destroyed. When Vicrosian diplomats finally requested negotiations, Jackson's response was simple. For Michelle, when we're done. The Galactic Council convened emergency sessions. Other species watched in horror as humanity violated every convention of warfare, not through atrocity, but through absolute, unwavering determination. Human soldiers didn't celebrate victories. They marked them off lists and moved to the next target. The Empire, which had never retreated in 12 millennia, found itself withdrawing from system after system. Their generals couldn't predict human tactics because humans didn't follow logical military doctrine. They followed emotion refined into surgical precision. Thelkar himself was captured 3 months into the war. He expected execution, perhaps torture. Instead, he was brought before all 3 human commanders in a simple room with a single screen. They made him watch recordings of his victims, not their deaths, but their lives. Elena teaching children to paint. Rebecca piloting humanitarian relief missions. Michelle coordinating refugee settlements. You thought killing them would break us, Martinez said quietly. You didn't understand what you were breaking. The Vicrosian Empire sued for peace after 6 months. They offered reparations, territories, technology, anything to stop the human advance. The terms humanity demanded were simple: complete demilitarization of imperial forces, dissolution of the ruling council, and every individual involved in the broadcast to stand trial. The galaxy learned a hard lesson that year. Humanity could be reasoned with, traded with, even befriended. But humanity wronged, humanity wounded in the deepest way, was a force that empires could not withstand. The war had started with 3 deaths meant to intimidate. It ended with an empire on its knees and 3 names that would echo through galactic history forever.